Hello, everyone. Welcome to Learn English with Stories. Here you'll improve your English through simple, meaningful, and fun stories. So relax, listen, and let's learn together. Emma lived in a quiet town near a river. Every morning she sat by the window with her notebook. Emma wanted to learn English, but she felt afraid. English words looked long and difficult. One day, her teacher said, "Don't learn fast. Learn every day." Emma listened carefully. The next morning, Emma wrote 3 new English words. Only 3. She read them slowly. In the afternoon, she read a short story in English. It was not perfect, but she understood a little. The next day, Emma learned 3 more words. Then she read again. Days passed. Weeks passed. Emma began to understand more. She could read short sentences. She could understand simple stories. One evening, Emma met a traveler in her town. He spoke English. Emma was nervous, but she smiled. She said, "Hello, how are you?" The traveler smiled back. "I'm fine, thank you." Emma felt happy. Her small steps worked. That night, Emma wrote in her notebook, "Small steps every day can change everything." And she kept learning, one small step at a time. The next morning, Emma woke up with a smile. She remembered the traveler and his kind words. Emma opened her notebook. She wrote 3 new English words again. She read them slowly. She said them out loud. Later that day, Emma went to the small library in town. She found a simple English book. The story was short. The words were easy. Emma read one page, then another. When she did not understand a word, she did not feel afraid. She tried to guess the meaning. She used the pictures. Every day, Emma visited the library. She read a little more. One afternoon, her teacher saw her reading. "You are improving," the teacher said. Emma smiled. "I learn a little every day," she answered. That night, Emma wrote again in her notebook, "I am not fast, but I am moving." Emma learned something important. Learning English is a journey, not a race. And Emma continued her journey one small step every day. Months passed quietly. Emma was still learning English every day. 3 words, 1 short story, 1 small step. One morning, Emma received a message. It was an invitation for an online English class. Emma felt nervous. Her heart beat fast. She thought, "Am I ready?" Then she remembered her notebook. She opened it. Every page was full of English words. Every page showed her effort. Emma took a deep breath. She joined the class. The teacher spoke slowly. The students smiled. Emma listened carefully. She understood many words. When the teacher asked a question, Emma raised her hand. Her voice was soft but clear. She spoke in English. "Well done, Emma," the teacher said. Emma smiled. She felt proud. That evening, Emma wrote her final note. "Small steps brought me here." Emma learned the most important lesson. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to begin. And every day, a small step can change your life. 1 year later, Emma sat by the same window. The morning light was soft and warm. Emma held her English book and smiled. English was no longer scary. She could read stories without stopping. She could understand conversations. She could write short messages in English. One day, Emma helped a new student. The student looked nervous. "I'm afraid of English," the student said. Emma smiled kindly. "I was afraid too," she said. "Start small. Learn every day." They read together, 1 page, 1 sentence. The student smiled. Emma looked outside the window. The town looked the same, but she had changed. Emma learned an important truth. Big changes come from small steps, and every day, 1 small step still mattered. The sun rose slowly that morning. Soft light filled Emma's room. Emma sat beside the window, just like she always did. In her hands, she held an English book. The cover was simple, but the meaning was deep. Emma remembered her first day with English. She remembered feeling afraid. She remembered not understanding the words. At that time, English felt too big, too difficult, too far away. But now, things were different. Emma opened the book and began to read. Her eyes moved calmly from one sentence to the next. She did not rush. She understood the story. Emma smiled. Outside the window, the town was waking up. People walked to work. Children went to school. The world moved forward. Emma closed her book and thought. English had changed her life, but not suddenly, not in one day. It changed her slowly. Later that day, Emma walked to the small library. The library was quiet and peaceful. She greeted the librarian. "Good morning," Emma said in English. "Good morning, Emma," the librarian replied with a smile. Emma sat at a table near the window. She took out her notebook. The notebook was old now. The pages were full of words, full of sentences, full of mistakes, but also full of progress. Emma turned the pages slowly. She read her old notes. "I am afraid. I do not understand. This is difficult." Emma smiled again. Those words were part of her journey. She wrote a new sentence. "I am learning. I am improving. I am proud." That afternoon, Emma joined her online English class. She was no longer nervous. She listened carefully. She understood the teacher's questions. When it was her turn to speak, Emma spoke clearly. Not perfectly, but confidently. The teacher nodded. "Very good, Emma," the teacher said. "You have improved a lot." Emma felt warm inside. After the class, a message appeared on her screen. A student wrote to her. "Emma, can you help me with English?" Emma read the message slowly. She smiled. "Yes," she replied. "I can help." In the evening, Emma met the student at the library. The student looked young and unsure. "I don't know where to start," the student said. Emma remembered those words. She remembered saying the same thing long ago. Emma opened her book. "Start here," she said gently. "One sentence, one word." They read together, slowly, carefully. The student smiled when they understood a sentence. "I did it," the student said. Emma nodded. "Yes, you did." When Emma returned home, the sky was turning orange. The day was ending. Emma sat beside the window again. She looked outside and thought about her journey. She did not become fluent overnight. She did not learn fast, but she never stopped. Every day she took a small step. Some days were easy. Some days were hard. Some days she wanted to stop. But she continued. Emma opened her notebook one last time. She wrote, "Learning English changed my life. Not because I became perfect, but because I never gave up." She closed the notebook gently. Emma understood something important. Learning is not about talent. It is about patience. Learning is not about speed. It is about consistency. A small step every day can open a new world. Emma stood up and looked at the night sky. She felt calm. She felt grateful. Tomorrow she would learn again. Not because she had to, but because she wanted to. And somewhere another learner was taking their first small step, just like Emma did. That night, Emma could not sleep right away. Her room was quiet. Only the sound of the wind came through the window. Emma thought about the student she helped today. She thought about her old self. She realized something. Helping others made her learning stronger. The next day, Emma decided to do something new. She wrote a small note and placed it on the library board. Free English reading practice. One small step every day. Emma felt nervous, but she smiled. A few days later, someone came. Then another. Soon, 3 students sat with Emma at the library table. They were different ages, different stories, but the same fear. I'm not good at English. I'm too slow. I make many mistakes. Emma listened carefully. She nodded. I felt the same, she said softly. But small steps helped me. They read together. Emma did not teach fast. She did not push. She waited. She encouraged. Slowly, the students relaxed. They laughed when they made mistakes. They smiled when they understood. Weeks passed. The small reading group became a habit. Every week, Emma met them. Every week, they learned a little more. One student said, I can read now without fear. Another said, I speak English with confidence. Emma felt proud, not because she was perfect, but because she helped others begin. One afternoon, the librarian came to Emma. You inspire people, the librarian said. Would you like to start a small English story session? Emma was surprised. She took a deep breath. Yes, she said. I would love to. The first story session was quiet. Only a few people came. Emma stood in front of them, holding a book. Her hands shook a little, but she remembered her notebook. She remembered her journey. She began to read. Slowly, clearly. The listeners followed her words. Some closed their eyes. Some smiled. The story ended. The room was silent. Then someone clapped. Emma felt tears in her eyes. That evening, Emma walked home under the soft streetlights. She thought about how far she had come. From fear to confidence. From learner to guide. All from small steps. Emma sat by her window again. She opened her notebook and wrote, I started with one word. Now I help others begin. She smiled. Tomorrow she would still learn. She would still read. She would still grow. Because learning never ends. Learning English does not need to be fast. It only needs to be daily. Every word you learn is a small step. Every story you read is a new door. Do not be afraid of mistakes. Be proud of your progress. Keep learning. Keep reading. Keep believing. See you in the next story.